non-algebraic. It's not a waste of your time. You guys move forward in math. It's all that substitution, input, output, squaring, order of operations, adding, subtracting. All of that is necessary. You'll have calc kids that do all this difficult math, and they do arithmetic errors, and then you just have to throw your paper away and start all over. Okay, so look, this is my function. F of x is 3x plus 1, or you could think of it as y is equal to 3x plus 1. Doesn't matter. Okay, we're just going to come up with numbers, so I'll just do -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. You can pick other numbers, but whatever. We got 0, we got negative, we got positive, we got them covered, right? Okay, you're going to substitute. So this is my input. So what is my output? What's that correlation? You just go to this equation. So if I plug in a -3, right, it's going to be 3, right? Substitute the -3 plus 1. I get -9 plus 1, and so I get -8. Obviously, I'm doing it by hand, but nothing is wrong with you just grabbing a calculator and just plus 1, right? Plus 1. And just plugging it in, and there's my -8. So then if you want -2, right, there's my -5, right? Here, let's see if I can keep the recording going. Hi, Kenny. Okay, no problem. Okay, bye. Bye. So it's not forever in the video. Okay, so if I plug in -1, right, if I want to do it by hand, 3, -1, plus 1, here's my -3 plus 1, I get -2. But if you want to use the calculator, there's my -2. Are you guys okay? Yeah, easy? Okay, so then if you just want, and obviously if you just want to do it in your head, throw in 0. What's 3 times 0? 0, so that's 1, 4, right, 7, 9, 10, right? Okay, so this is legit where you guys will have a quiz off of this. You'll do lines, you'll do log functions, you'll do all types of functions, quadratics mostly in the beginning. And so now you'll fill out the table, and then we're going to ask you to graph based off that table the inverse function. But you should be able to do the inverse table because it's just a switch, right? So if I want the inverse function, because see how that has that little elevated superscript -1? So your inverse function has that little superscript -1. Okay, so now it's just a switch of the x and y. So this is xy, or f of x. This is yx, or inverse, and then your, whoopsie, your x here. Let's put a y. Oh, you can't even see. Whoopsie. Okay, so if this is -3, -8, this is -8, -3, -5, -2, and you just switch the coordinate components. Did I switch it? Yeah. Okay. So it's really straightforward. So obviously you guys can see that if you mess up the beginning, it can really like hit you points, right? Your grade points-wise. If you make an error, and then obviously after that it's, okay, now give me the inverse table. Okay, now based off the table, which we're going to do, graph it and now show me the graph. So that's why you take partner quizzes, so that you can see where you can make a minor error and it just dominoes down and your end graph is like, okay, I know this is garbage, it's totally wrong. And that's why your partner is there to like, oh, I think that is supposed to be this point, or you just forgot your negative, and you understand what it is you need to do, but a little bit of arithmetic is messing you up. Okay. Okay, so then here for this one, this is a quadratic function, right? This is a linear function. This is a quadratic. It's kind of, it's in vertex form, but then it's kind of switched in vertex form. So again, let me see, what's the, we could just pick points, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we could pick Do you just want to go negative 3? Yeah. All right. So we'll go negative 4, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, positive 2, positive 4. We could just do that. And by the way, if you pick different numbers and you already have it filled out and you switched it, that's fine. You don't have to have my numbers. Okay. So now substitute it. So let me move it over. So just so we can see the screen. If you get the negative 4, right, it's 2 substitute negative 4 squared. So technically this is a positive, right? So 2 plus 4 is 6, squared is that 36. So this is positive 36. And then you can prove it by 2 minus a negative 4 parentheses squared. And you get 36. So then as long as you type it up correctly on the calculator, you can just keep it, don't clear it, and then go back, change it to the 2, and you get the 16, right? Or you can solve it by hand, negative 2 squared. Okay, this is a positive. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 squared is 16. Right. Okay, and then same, throw in the negative 1. It's a parabola. That's why the numbers are kicking up so high. This should be 4, right? Yeah, 4. And so just, you guys will all get really, really good with your calculator. Can you guys tell which one's the vertex? Which point is the vertex? From last year, like a year from now, maybe 10 months ago. So you know parabolas have that symmetric turn. Can you know which one is the vertex? Huh? Well, what's the coordinate point? It should have the same, so it's still, maybe, it might, you know what, it might be something, it might kind of be hidden. Maybe it's a half or something, because we don't have the 4. You know it's between, see how you have 0, 4, and 4, 4? See you have the 4, 4? And then you have the 0, 1. It's somewhere in between here, you know? So it's not on here, but your vertex is somewhere here. Because you see how you have that 0, 4, and then you have the 4, 4. And then it's shooting up, so you know somewhere in there is that turnabout, right? Okay, we'll graph them. All right, so now for the inverse, just switch it. 36 negative 4, 16 negative 2, and just go ahead and switch it. Okay, turn off the video. Yeah? Okay, because it's kind of 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes. And then I'm going to, you kind of just are going to sit there because I got to come around, get your names, write it in, and then I'll give you credit for this as I walk around. I can mark you for this as well because it's going to take me probably the rest of the class to just get around you guys. Although the classes, there's people absent in here for sure. I normally we're fuller.